The diversity of the animal world continues to impress not only ordinary people, but also scientists. On land, underwater, and in the air, there are a huge number of absolutely amazing and poorly studied representatives of fauna. Their bizarre shapes, colors, habits, and completely unusual appearance make them look like the heroes of fantasy films and fairy tales. Nevertheless, they live next to us and fulfill their mission in the complex ecosystem of the planet. Today, we are going to tell you about the most interesting specimens. So it's time to meet them. These are the fattest parrots in the world, called kakapo. They live in New Zealand, their height is 60 centimeters, and they weigh from 2 to 4 kilograms. These are nocturnal birds that do not fly and feed on only 3 species of bats. Kakapo are not kept at home. Since they are at risk of extinction, they need to stay in their natural habitat to increase the number of the species. Scientists from Taiwan have introduced jellyfish genes into the DNA of carp. These are the first publicly available genetically modified pets. They are sold under the Glowfish brand. The authors of the video noticed a strange creature and decided to capture it on video. At first glance, it may seem that it is a snake in front of us since this creature really wriggles like a snake, but the presence of short paws is misleading. Many have assumed that it is a salamander, although there is no certainty about this. In the world of spiders, a bright color is not enough to attract a partner, so the males also have to learn how to dance. Peacock spiders, in order to please the females, dance long and complex dances. However, if their lady does not like the dance, it can easily eat such an admirer. In this video, the girl is glad to have such an unusual meeting and says that this is the sweetest and most charming reptile the size of a rose. It is worth saying that the girl was lucky that the snake did not bite her. Even though it is tiny, this reptile, known as the blue trimeresurus, is venomous and belongs to a rare species of vipers. The rainbow grasshopper can be found throughout the western and southern parts of the USA, southern Canada, and northern Mexico. The bright color of the rainbow grasshopper apparently is intended to scare off predators. Trilobite beetles is a popular name for wingless female beetles from the net-winged beetles family that live in the forests of Mount Dolit on the island of Borneo in Malaysia. Large and colorful female trilobites grow up to 8 to 9 centimeters, stopping their development at the larval stage, while males, who are almost 10 times smaller, look like ordinary beetles with wings. Pyrosomes are among the strangest inhabitants of the underwater world. Meeting them underwater is like meeting a live unicorn. In addition, it was possible to capture them on camera only a few times. The whole long tube is just one pyrosome. However, it contains many small organisms that copy themselves and weave together to form one large tube. The ribbon eel can rarely be seen as they spend most of their lives hiding in burrows at the bottom of reef waters. But ribbon eels have more unique features than their bright coloring and amazing patterns on the surface. They are protandric hermaphrodites, which means that like the clownfish, these fish can change sex at any time during their lives. The larva of the shield beetle from Ecuador protects itself from predators with its manure. Its excrement hardens and creates a strong shell on its back. This gray tree toad is just about 2 centimeters long. It is colored green, gray, or brown. The color can be either solid with spots or different shades of gray on the back. The gray tree toad can change color in seconds. It gets darker when it's cold or it's dark around it. Such coloring helps to blend into the bark of the tree. Now it's time to meet the most unpleasant insect on our planet. This is the Brazilian treehopper, or Bosidium globular. Evolution has made the Brazilian treehopper so ugly for a reason. The surreal appearance of the insect scares off predators. Yes, these are the harsh realities of wildlife. This representative of the Saturnidae family in nature can only be seen on an African island. Sometimes it's also called the moon moth. The largest butterfly in the world is also called a comet butterfly because of the 14 to 16 centimeter tail that consists of two parts. What kind of strange beast is this? In fact, this is the baby of the Malaysian kalugo, or the Sunda flying lemur. Even though these lemurs do not fly, they glide through trees.
To be honest, I'm speechless after witnessing it. What about you?
Children and teenagers dream of such an unusual pet, so it has become the hero of many memes and videos on social networks. The popularity of the axolotl came after its appearance in famous computer video games, especially Minecraft. As a result, more and more people are getting this creature as a pet, but not everyone knows how to take care of it. The mandarin fish is probably the most colorful fish in the world. Despite its popularity, it is quite difficult to maintain. It feeds exclusively on copepods and can die in captivity due to malnutrition. The mandarin fish, also known as the psychedelic fish, got its name for its bright coloring, which resembles the clothes of the imperial Chinese people. One fisherman caught a strange creature and thought it was a living coral. In fact, it is an ophiura. Ophiura, or the serpent star, got its name from the Greek word ophiura, which means snake tail. Even though they look like starfish, unlike the latter, they have longer rays, which are sometimes called hands. This is a lowland streaked tenrec, a great animal found in Madagascar. The unusual appearance of the animal is immediately remembered due to the combined black and yellow coat made up of a mixture of long wool and very thin and sharp needles. Moreover, if you take the lowland streaked tenrec in your hands, some of the needles easily detach and immediately end up in the skin of your hand. Red pandas can be found in the territories of Burma, India, China, and Bhutan. These animals prefer higher habitats, so to find them, you have to go to the mountains rising 2 to 5 kilometers above sea level. Physiologically, they are similar to raccoons, starting from their appearance and ending with the structure of the skull and teeth. The buff tip, or Phalaera bucephala, is a moth of the family Notodontinae. When it's having some rest, it looks like a part of a birch tree. Moloch is a lizard from the Agamaceae family. The species is a monotypic genus. The lizard was named after the pagan deity Moloch, to whom, according to legend, human sacrifices were offered. Such a dangerous appearance is needed in order to not attract attention to itself. The color of Moloch tends to change depending on the air temperature and the surrounding background. Hyalophora cecropia is one of the few saturnids that does not have transparent parts on its wings. They are common in Canada and in the USA. The long-nosed snake lives in Southeast Asia. Unlike other snakes, the long-nosed snake has binocular vision, which allows it to attack prey with high accuracy. This snake also has unusual eyes with horizontal pupils in the form of a keyhole. The color of its body makes it easy to hide among the foliage from predators and prey. Even the tongue of the snake is green. The sea devil, or European anglerfish, is a large fish up to 1.5 meters long, of which 2/3 are on the head. It weighs up to 20 kilograms. The mouth is outrageously large and covered with a bunch of sharp teeth. The bare skin with a fringe of leathery parts gives the fish an extremely disgusting appearance. The white peacock is a large and slender bird. A characteristic feature of the male peacock is the strong development of the upper coverts, which are mistaken for a tail. Albino peacocks can be found in Australia. Pigs can be found everywhere and even underwater. The porpoise, or Socotoplanus globosa, lives on the ocean floor and feeds on various carrion. In appearance, this shapeless sea creature is rather clumsy and slow, and also very similar to sprouted potatoes. Black-spotted cuscus is listed in the Red Book. It inhabits the lowland rainforests of New Guinea. This is a rare species with a small area of habitat. Their total number is unknown, but it's obviously small. The eastern or mountain bongo is found in the wild only in a few mountainous areas of central Kenya and is endangered. There are fewer such antelopes in the wild than in captivity. The eastern bongo can reach 1.2 meters in height, and adults can grow up to 2.4 meters in length. Both males and females grow long spiral horns, which is something really rare for antelopes. The Strongylocentrotus purpuratus, or the purple sea urchin, is a species of sea urchins found along the Pacific coast of North America from Alaska to the island of Cedros in Mexico. It got the name for the purple tint in the coloring of the body. The size of an adult varies from 5 to 10 centimeters. It's time to meet our next hero. This is the Japanese mantis shrimp. Even though these exotic crayfish are small in size, up to 20 centimeters, they are considered quite formidable predators. With its claws, the creature strikes incredibly fast and powerful blows, the speed of which exceeds 80 kilometers per hour. The okapi, or forest giraffe, is a rare animal belonging to the giraffe family. In their natural environment, they live only on the territory of the Democratic Republic of the Congo in Central Africa, so seeing okapi live is not an easy task. In addition, these creatures are very shy and secretive, so you'll have to work hard to find them. A traveler walked along the coast of the Irish Sea in Wales and found a creature with 1,000 tentacles and a keen interest in people. It turned out that the creepy sea creatures were the so-called gooseneck barnacles. They live by attaching themselves to a hard surface, usually rocks. Very often, these animals are called deer pigs. In the areas where these unusual pigs live, some locals have a legend that they need fangs to cling to branches. They like to have some rest while hanging on the fangs. Of course, this is not the case. These are barbarous pigs. They prefer to settle away from people and in places inaccessible to predators. The California garter snake attracts attention with its coloring. Such a snake looks fantastic. It lives in North and Central America. It prefers to settle on the plains, but can also choose coniferous forests. Not only squirrels, snakes, and birds and fish fly, but also lizards. Dracovolans, or the flying dragon, is a reptile from the family of agama lizards. They are also called flying dragons or even just dragons. Of course, the lizard does not fly in the full meaning of the word, but rather glides like a parachute. Philidia babai is a species of sea slug, a Norid nudibranch, a shellless marine gastropod mollusk in the family Philididae. Birds of paradise are amazing creatures, famous for their unforgettable looks and feathers. Males use it to attract female partners. These birds can be found very infrequently, and until today they have been found only in New Guinea and eastern Australia. One of the subspecies of these amazing creatures is the Lophorina superbe, the so-called greater superb bird of paradise with the plumage of the Vanta black color.
What an incredible footage! We always strive to choose the best content for you.
The golden turtle beetle has become popular due to its unusual appearance. Its shell shimmers in the sunlight with incredible golden shades. The beetle belongs to the family of leaf beetles, which also includes the annoying Colorado potato beetles. The Venezuelan poodle moth is a truly bizarre and unusual insect with a distinctive appearance that distinguishes it from other species of moths. Its fur-like antennae and large, fluffy body give it the appearance of a small, shaggy dog, and its striking white and black coloring sets it apart from the surrounding forest. The appearance of this amazing animal is absolutely fantastic. The black and rufous sengi, or Rhinochusyon patersi, the black and rufous elephant shrew, or the Zanj elephant shrew, is the largest representative of this family since its body length varies from 24 to 31 centimeters. They can be found in Kenya, Tanzania, and possibly Zanzibar. The leafy sea dragon, or Phycodurus equus, or Glauert's sea dragon, is a marine fish. The body size can reach 35 centimeters. A special feature of this fish is the numerous translucent appendages that provide it with excellent camouflage. Such a creature moves with the help of its pectoral and dorsal fins. Its maximum speed can exceed 140 meters per hour. It lives in the Cyclops Mountains, which are near the cities of Sentani and Jayapura in the Indonesian province of Papua. It is named in honor of naturalist Sir David Attenborough. This species, characterized by a variety of external features resembling a hedgehog, an anteater, and a mole at the same time, was captured on camera by a research team from the University of Oxford. The ornate umbrella bird, sometimes called the Amazonian umbrella bird, is one of the most amazing creatures on our planet. Found in the humid forests of Colombia and Ecuador, this bird got its unusual name due to its bright coloring and unique appearance. The umbrella bird was discovered back in 1847, and since then, it has left an impression on everyone who is lucky enough to see it. The Japanese spider crab is one of the largest representatives of arthropods. Large individuals reach 45 centimeters in length of the carapace and 4 meters in span of the first pair of legs. It is distributed in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Japan at a depth of 50 to 300 meters. The claws of males are usually longer than those of females. Spider crabs have a completely mild character despite their intimidating appearance. Many people don't like bats. However, there is a white bat on the planet that looks very similar to an elf and even causes sympathy. This is the Honduran bat. It can be found in the east of Costa Rica, on the island of Honduras, and in the forests of Panama. In this video, it would seem to be an ordinary fly, slightly elongated, of a nondescript gray color, somewhat similar to a large mosquito. But it turns out that this is the most dangerous predator of the insect world and a real fighter in the class of winged insects. It is called the robber fly, or the killer fly. Feather duster budgie represents the peak of poor breeding. These are birds that are destined to live only a couple of months, despite the fact that by nature budgies live up to 25 years. All because someone thought it was beautiful to make a duster out of a bird. This is when everything went wrong.
If you haven't liked this episode yet, now is the best time to do it.
Sea cucumbers, or holothurians, are invertebrate echinoderms. The length can range from 0.5 centimeters to 500 centimeters. They feed most often on plankton and any half-decomposed carrion on the bottom of the sea. The Madagascan stick insect can be found in Australia, Madagascar, southern China, and the Indo-Malay archipelago. Externally, they look like dry grass. They have wings and can rise into the air, covering decent distances by fluttering flight. Their wings also serve to scare away enemies. When danger arises, they wave them intensively while simultaneously releasing a sharp, musky repellent. The flying gurnard, or Dactyloterus volitans, lives in the Mediterranean Sea. Its relationship with other members of the family seems much more insignificant than it actually is, because the overall impression received from these fish differs significantly from the impression made by their relatives. The purple frog is an unusual species that people have only recently learned about. In 2003, they were discovered on the western Ghats Mountains in India. The habitat of the purple frog is only 14 square kilometers. These creatures live underground and do not like to get to the surface. This species of frog is the rarest in the world. In Mexico, a creature similar to a snake with 2 legs was filmed on video. It turned out that this is a rare species of lizards which have legs only in front. The crown jellyfish is a large starfish. Its name comes from the venomous thorn-like spikes that cover the body. You can find it in the tropical coral reefs of the Red Sea, the Indian Ocean, and the Pacific Ocean. Prototerus is the genus of 4 species of lungfish found in Africa. They are amazing representatives of the animal world who are able to effectively survive in extreme conditions of drying up reservoirs, for which, in the process of evolution, they developed double breathing with the help of gills and lungs. The Madagascar hissing cockroach is one of the largest cockroaches in the world. This tropical species makes loud hissing sounds resembling the hissing of a snake. When disturbed, the insect sharply contracts its abdomen so that air forcefully passes through the respiratory openings, creating a specific sound. The angel shark was first caught on video off the coast of Wales. These flat-bodied sharks are also called the monkfish. The fish is a species on the verge of extinction, and every encounter with it allows scientists to clarify the status of the population. At the same time, meetings with them don't happen as often as we would like. The common collared lizard lives only in North America. It is a beautiful and extremely fast reptile that can only run on 2 hind legs. The rarest Australian ghost shark was caught on video. Fish of this species are also called chimera sharks by oceanologists. Cereantharia is a small and relatively poorly studied group of 6-ray corals. These include exclusively single-skeletal coelenterids leading a burrowing lifestyle.
It was so cool! It's hard to comprehend how this is even possible.
Have you heard of an aardwolf? Aardwolves are similar to hyenas, but unlike their cousins, they hunt termites. Their range is eastern and southern Africa, where they live in underground burrows. However, they often inhabit abandoned burrows of other animals. Oranda goldfish is one of the short-bodied breeds of goldfish. It was bred by Chinese breeders and is a type of goldfish. Empusa fasciata is a species of praying mantis in the genus Empusa in the order Montidea. It is a thin creature with a length of 45 to 65 millimeters. It is most often found in the southern part of the Balkans. I wonder which animals were crossed to make this unique specimen. Share your opinions in the comments below. In Australia, for the first time in a long time, a rare walking fish was noticed. Off the coast of Tasmania, for the first time in the last 22 years, a rare pink spotted handfish or Brachionictis hirsutus was found. The Dumbo octopus got its name due to its similarity to the character of Dumbo the elephant. However, it's not that easy to see it because it lives at the very great depths of the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. It lives at depths from 100 meters to 7 kilometers. Zebroids are a mixture of zebras and other artiodactyl animals, including horses, ponies, or donkeys. These animals are bred not to have cute stripes on their sides or legs, but to combine the useful features of zebras and horses.
And our episode has come to an end, and we hope that you enjoyed watching this video. We look forward to your questions and comments. Thank you for always being with us.